Today's date, once again, is January 21st, 1990. Welcome once again to our class on short stick fighting techniques. This will be segment 2. Segment 2 is combined applications of the techniques we discussed in segment 1. However, before we combine these techniques into direct applications, we want to take a few minutes and contemplate on the motion of fighting. In other words, how do you move when you're fighting an opponent who's trying to apply power against you, the defender? My demonstrator, Master Don Wazaleski, will come out and assist, please. First concept. Opponent is attacking you with a hand technique. He's punching towards you. Notice where his power is going. My original position is standing in front of my opponent. He's sighting off of this target. This is where he wants his energy and his power to be focused. Okay? As I move, he has the ability to move with me somewhat. Here, at this point, his power might be 100 units, talking theoretically. At this point, his power might be 90 units. At this point, his power might be 60, maybe even 50 units. But notice where I position my body. As he struck, I'm where his power is not at all. Switching sides so you can see from the opposite side. He strikes, and I'm where he's not. There is no power where I'm at. Basically, I've taken away his targets, and I've stolen all of his targets. His entire center line is open to my counters. That's the concept. That's the movement that you have to master before you can execute any technique successfully. Now, there's basically three trajectories of power. The first trajectory is straight in on a line, coming from right to left, or coming from the opposite side. Okay? You can come straight in just as a straight attack to your heart or to your face to get away from the power. This is where his power ends. Look where I'm at. I'm in the safety zone. Or if you come straight in, I can go to either side and still be in a safety zone. Or if you come straight in, I can go to either side and still be in a safety zone. And notice once again that I've got all the counters and he does not. Okay, so the concept here is sense where your opponent's power is coming from, where he wants to hit you, and be wherever it's not. You don't have to get too complex about this. There's only three possibilities: center, side, or side. Okay, so demonstrating once again. He attacks center. I'm gone. He attacks side. I'm gone. He attacks opposite side. I'm gone. He attacks my head. I'm gone. Okay? And from every one of these positions, I am safe and I'm comfortable and I have my strong counter. Demonstrating some of the counters in a free-flowing situation. As he attacks, it doesn't matter what attack he gives me, I'm ready. I cover and I count. And I'm cleared. I have all the other counters that I need if I want to take them down. Okay? Center attack. I'm still clear and I'm outside of his power and I have a takedown, as you can observe. Or if he comes in once again, I'm out of his power, away from his power, and countering, and still counter. Still able to close quickly, disable my opponent. And the whole time I was not at risk. If he comes from the opposite side, I'm away from his power, I clear, and I'm ready to counter. Notice my elbow, actually a double arm strike, top and bottom, and I'm still clear to his vital targets. Everything is still there, and I can still end with a throw, if that's what I want to do. And end the fight. I think this graphically demonstrates the point that we're trying to make. Your objective in a fight is to be where your opponent's power is not. So long as you're in that safety closet, which is what I call it, you can execute whatever counter you want. Now, practicing the next combination sets of techniques. As before, opponent was stationary. We did 5 striking, 5 breaking, and 5 throwing. In this instance, opponent will be fluid. He'll be throwing a right-hand punch at selected targets on my body. Correct positioning, he gets into his ready position, and he executes as he wishes. Counter, striking counter. First counter. He attacks, second counter. I deflect his attack, and attack that lands underneath his armpit. That's actually a pressure point. Observe as I apply a little bit of pressure. So picture that as you strike hard. Next technique, he attacks. I'm away from the power. Finish him up. Basically, it's block and counter, or simply counter, whatever is most convenient for you. He attacks. Just moving with this attack, taking the open target. He attacks once again. Over the top, into the head target. Switching sides so you can get a different perspective. Always right. He attacks into his hand. Striking his hand, clearing, just clearing, and striking over the top. Notice this time I'm beginning to use the knife or the bow, the short stick bow, the tanbon, like a knife bladed weapon. So if he attacks, notice how I'm cutting. Notice how I'm cutting as I clear now. Notice how I'm cutting as I counter. Notice how I'm cutting here. Beginning to use it like a bladed weapon, but I'm still doing this 5-strike defensive pattern. Okay, once again, please. Clear and strike. Once again, he attacks. Inside his power, taking all the targets on his center line. If he attacks with his other hand, I'm still okay because I'm attacking over the top of him. Everything will still work as it should. 5 punches, 5 striking counters.